Oh man,
I don't know what I did.
you're not coming to my house and setting up. Is that recording now?
No.
Set it to record. See what happens. I was gonna say, the Van Damme night, man. It's pretty funny. We watched. Do you remember Maximum Risk?
Maximum Risk.
Yeah.
I have to refresh my memory.
Maximum Risk, like, because we were talking through the first 10 minutes, I had no idea what was happening. It was fucked up. Just put it flat down.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck oath. Just angled towards you. I had no idea for the whole plot until I literally read what was going on in the IMDb description, like after. Yeah. It was, he's a cop, and then he rocks up to like a funeral for another cop, and then they discover that he had a twin brother that he didn't know about. Like, it's another movie where he plays a twin.
Yeah, that's right.
And so then he goes in because this guy was like, had uncovered all this shit against like the feds and the Russian mob. So he goes to get... So fucked up, man. It's just... I just said to the boys, it's another revenge movie. Avenge someone in the first 10 minutes and that's the whole fucking plot.
Yeah.
Yeah? No, it was nice, man. I had like... I mean, everyone who's going to be there. Fucking Van Damme, dude. Like, it still spins my mind. I'm actually going to see this cunt. I got no idea what he's going to be talking about.
See him in the flesh.
Man, you know what I was going to say? You know how I asked Arthur, I asked both of you, what's the most insulting thing that we deal with at work?
Mm.
Yeah. You know that. What's the most insulting thing for you?
Oh, God. There's so many.
Name one. Name one, because I didn't get to say it, because we elaborated on Arthur's point for like an hour. I've got mine, man, and it fucking makes me laugh every single day when I see this. Every day. Every fucking day.
No, tell me yours.
I'll tell you. It's that piece of paper that's right near the pallet dispenser on the what's the office called? And it says, every time we lose a pallet, it costs like $6 a pallet or $35 a pallet. And in the year, that equates to like, money saved could easily be spent on a new commo, a trip around the world, first class, or like a boat or some shit. I don't know what the last one is. Mm. So in order to help counter this, make sure you know your orders, make sure you do this, make sure you do that.
Yep.
I always said, all right, so you're telling me we're saving, $60K a year or whatever it is for a new commo. Where does that money go? We don't see it.
Yeah, nothing to do with that.
We have to fight to get like our smoko. You know what I mean? And it's like...
It's kind of like a slap in the face, isn't it?
I laugh. It's like, okay, so what's that getting? Our manager, a car a year?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what it... Like, we don't see it. Yeah. So how's that fucking relevant to us?
Yeah.
That infuriates me, dude.
Yeah.
The ludicrousness, man. Is your brother doing like an intern thing? Like, no. What's he studying?
I don't know.
Dude, Arthur knows more about what he's doing. See, this is why he's in the know, man. We need him. I'm dead serious about starting a religion. I've said it for years. Years. I'm like, why not? What would it cost? Like, I mean, we said, I looked into it once and it says you need to have like a dogma, basically a story, like a theological setup, and you need a certain amount of people to follow you. What's wrong? What happened?
I don't know, it's just completely like just...
Oh, good, it died. Tell me it died.
It's just sitting there like frozen.
What do you mean? Are you out of memory?
No.
Stop it, see what happens. Oh man, I love iPhones.
The whole thing's frozen up.
Your phone is shit, dude.
The whole thing's frozen up.
I love it. That's the best. That is the best thing ever.
It's just like this whole app is just...
That's what you get for having a shitty iPhone, my friend.
Dude, this iPhone's like 10 years old.
When will you learn? When will you learn? Dude, give it up. Throw the phone out. It's over. It's over.
The dream's over.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Oh, dude, reset it. What do you want me to tell you?
Dumb.
What do you mean? What'd you expect?
It not to freeze.
Man, do you know what I went through with the... Yeah, I told you my computer died? Didn't really die. What happened? Did you reset it?
Yeah, it's resetting now.
Okay. You know what happened with the... Are you seriously... Oh, I was going to say, if you're pulling out another beer, I'm going to die.
No.
I was going to say, yeah, I told you my computer died. Basically what happened was like there was a Windows update or something, and it scrambled like some of the... I don't know what. And it fucked up the ports, and the sound card's plugged into the fucking USB and all this sort of shit. Spoke to a techie mate of mine, and he's like, just get a new USB card and put it in. Yeah, they cost like $25.
So this is on your little computer that you use to edit?
No, not the notebook. They're my actual PC in my studio.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, sweet, thank God. So I confirm with him, like the motherboard, I confirm with him with everything. It's like, yeah, cool. This is all I need to do. Go get it. Dude, I go and buy this thing, right? I paid $40 for this card, right, at Centrecom on Centre Road.
Yeah.
While I'm in there, I've talked to the kid about buying a new tower and buying a laptop and buying a notebook, right? So you're looking at about 2.5 G's, two grand worth of stuff, which I want to update in the next 2 to 6 months minimum.
Yep.
Yeah, as in like as quickly as I can. I buy the thing, I go home. I've got the tower open, and while I'm like taking apart the tower, hang on a second, I'm just going to set this up to do the next part. While I'm taking apart the tower, fucking Max, I've ripped open like the little bag which the network card is sitting in. Okay, so like the little plastic heat sealed bag. Yeah. What did I write? Oh, I wrote Nick. Arthur. So while I'm doing that, I'm looking at the tower, and all of a sudden I go, shit, I can't fit it in here because there's a graphics card covering the slot. It's not going to work. Yeah? Fuck. So I've called up Centrecom and said, listen, man, okay, I've bought this thing. It's not going to fit in this tower. Like, oh, really? Why not? Blah, blah, blah. Those specs check. I go, yeah, but there's something in here which we hadn't accounted for. It's not going to work. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, well, can I just return the thing? I go, have you got what I need? Like another version of whatever I need. Like, oh, we don't actually have it in stock. I'm like, okay, well, can I at least return this thing? When did you buy it? I go, fucking 10 minutes ago. Like, literally came into your store twice in 20 minutes, and now I'm back. Well, you haven't opened it, have you? I'm like, well, yeah, I did, because you told me that it'd be fine, and so did my techie mate, and so did, I didn't take it out. I literally just opened the heat-sealed bag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you can return it, because technically there's nothing wrong with the item. I go, listen, man. I go, I literally haven't used the fucking thing. I've just opened the bag.
Yeah.
It's a heat-sealed bag. It's just like...
Yeah,
nothing, right?
Yeah, nothing.
Oh, look, bring it in, and we can talk to you see if you can talk to the manager about it. I'm like, we're driving another fucking back down. I've been there twice in the last hour, man. Like, no, I can't now. I can't, like, no, can I do it? And especially not if he's going to tell me no, can't do it. It's like,
time.
Look, if it can be done, there'll be a 25% restocking fee. 25% of $40, $10. They're going to charge me $10 to reheat the seal on this plastic bag and put it back in the box and on the shelf.
That's fucking hilarious.
I said, listen here, man.
That is hilarious.
You forget it. Okay, I was in there 20 minutes earlier talking about buying a computer tower worth $800, a laptop worth $1,000 at least, and a notebook worth about $600-700.
Yeah.
For $40. Okay, in the last 6 months, you've gotten at least $1,000 of business out of me. At least, not including who I recommend to go there. You got at least $1,000 business. I bought a notebook for someone. I bought like a laptop for someone. I bought a few hard drives and just random computer parts that I've needed. You get fucked, right? Get this. Call up my mate, and he said, "Oh, why don't you try this other supplier just down the road from you up in Notting Hill?" I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll try him. Try another joint. Didn't have it. Call this joint up. This is where it fucking like kills me. Woman is on the phone. I go, listen, I need this, and that. She goes, okay, cool. Yep. I have to order it in. It'll take you 2 days. I go, all right. If it's going to come in 2 days, sweet. Credit card details, done, take them, we're sweet. Alright? She says, but if you come, call on Wednesday before you come to make sure that it's actually arrived. Easy. So I was hanging around at home. I hadn't left yet. Sitting at home, I called them up this morning, like getting ready to like start my day. Like I had breakfast, gotten dressed, getting ready to start the day. I call these cunts up. I get this dude. He's like, how can I help you? I go, yeah, listen, I've got an order number. Can you tell me if it's come in? Okay, what's the number? I tell him. He's like, okay, hang on. Puts me on hold again, whatever. Can't see it. What's the rest of the order? Like the name, this, and that. Oh, I didn't even get that far. He's like, oh, okay, this is for this part. I go, yeah, that's the part. Sweet. Well, if you order it now, it'll come in 2 days. I go, what? I go, what do you mean? Yeah, this order number is for this part. Yeah, if I order it now, it'll come in 2 days. I go, dude, I ordered it 2 days ago.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. I go, a woman took my credit card details down 2 days ago.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Kid didn't know what was going on, so he's put me on to his manager. He goes, oh, I can come by Friday. I go, I don't want it by Friday. I want it by today.
Yeah.
And I've said to him, forget it. Don't order anything. Like, fuck it. Like, I don't want it. All right? oh no, I'll put you through to my manager. So he's pushing through his manager. This dude's like, hey, what's up? I didn't ask to get put through to you, dude. I'm only like still here because I'm not a prick. I'm not just going to hang up the call. So what happened? So I'm explaining it to him. He's like, okay, let me sort this out. Apparently the woman put the order through, and at the time the stockist had it, and then by the time they got through to processing the order, the stockist didn't have it. Some shit. I'm like, dude, this doesn't help me. Like, this does not help me. You can have it by Friday. I go, man, look, if there's a business doing a simple repair, and I wanted it on Monday, it couldn't happen on Monday because I got fucked by one company. Now I come to you guys, you tell me Wednesday. I've now got a job like that for a computer that I haven't repaired, and it's going to cost an extra fucking $60 on top of it.
Yeah.
Is that how you treat customers? We're really sorry for the thing. I'm like, man, what about the woman that took my credit card details? Like, what's she doing with it? Like, how do I have any faith in the whole system, man?
Yeah.
I was talking to Con about it as well. He was like, yeah, man, I was walking through the hardware store in Clayton when I was on the phone with him, telling him what happened. He's like, yeah, man, should be halfway to Japan by now. I'm like, yeah, good luck, man. The card had like $30 left. I woke up and wanted to kill myself.
Have fun with that, baby.
Yeah. The whole $30 on my card, man.
Because I was thinking about your laptops as well, dude. We could, like, repair that ourselves.
Nah, well...
I just the other day, I pulled apart my laptop from top to bottom. Like,
what did you need for it?
Completely de-shelled it. Well, I thought I needed a new fan because when you turn it on, the fan doesn't start up and overheats in like 30 seconds and shuts itself off.
Yeah.
So I thought I needed a new fan. I just pulled the whole thing apart, pulled the actual fan out of its placement, cleaned the whole thing, dude. Like, sucked every bit of dust out of it. It works perfect.
Really?
Yeah, it works 100% perfect. I put it all back together. It's fucking beautiful.
I don't know. I've got to source what the motherboard would cost on a Lappy.
Yeah, I don't know, but if you can find out how much the part is, we can just do it ourselves. Like, I love doing that shit.
What the hell? It says your startup disk is almost full. What does that mean? No, don't stress. I'll empty the trash and see what happens. Fuck, I hate Macs.
Well, that's not really a Mac issue. That's just...
How is it? It's a
hard drive's full.
Yeah, but it's always full. But, like, you said you'd cleaned it out the last time.
Well, I had like 20 gig.
Nah, man. Such a piece of shit. I don't know how you deal with this, man. Don't worry, I sussed it out. Like, it says it's fine now.
How much storage have I got? I don't get it.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Hang on. It's fine. It's fine. No, that's the USB that I just plugged in.
So if you go to my Mac, like, or whatever...
There. I just cleared the trash out. Hopefully that sorts it out. Don't stress. Don't worry about it, man. What's your laptop? How fast is it? Like, what's the CPU in it and stuff?
Oh, it's nothing special.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
But it's got all my music on there, so I wanted it, like...
Well, your illegal downloads?
Nah, I'm not legally acquired music.
Man, I remember one of my exes, like 5-6 years ago, she took a computer to get repaired from like some mate of her dad's or something, and then they called me over to like install a hard drive, like after they got it back, because he couldn't do it. And I'm like, what do you mean, man? What kind of techie can't install a hard drive? Like, fuck. So I sourced a hard drive and brought it in. Yeah. And when I've plugged it in, trying to get it all working, and she's like, oh, the techie said that he's going to overlook it, but there's a lot of illegal music downloads, like on the hard drive. Yeah, he's going to overlook it, but he told her old man to delete it. I go, really? Number one, music downloaded isn't always music downloaded illegally, so I'd love to see his verification on why this is illegal, because it's not illegal to archive your shit, and you can't, like, this is years ago. This was like 10 years ago, right? So it's not illegal. Like, this is when everyone was sort of really, like, didn't really know, like, the deal, yeah? Okay, it's not illegal to just archive your fucking music. For all he knows, it's just archived CDs. Yeah. Number two, this genius can't install a hard drive. And at the same time, okay, how about you call him up and tell him to stop hijacking to stop fucking over his customers by putting one of his advertising magnets, like, you know, like you just get company magnets. He had like a massive one stuck on the side of a tower, right? As in, like, yeah, here's my magnet to remember me. And like, She was white, okay, because that fucks the magnets inside the hard drives.
Fucks the hard drive completely.
Yeah, the spinning properties inside stop working because they've got a fucking magnet attached next to them. So this genius, number one, is going through the files on your computer, which he shouldn't be doing, and number two, he's already he's already setting you up to go back there for repairs.
What a fucking...
Yeah, oh, I didn't realise. I'm like, yeah, well, tell your dad to pass on that information. You know what I mean? I actually did. I actually got... Do you want to laugh?
How do you install a new hard drive in a computer?
One of the funniest things ever, man.
You pull it out.
Back in like 97, right? 97 probably, man. My cousins, right, they had a CD burner before anyone. And remember like when you got your PS1 chipped and you could play burnt games, yeah? Like everyone was doing it, right? Yeah. we're at my cousin's engagement, right? One of the older heads, one of his engagements. And there's this dude there, like a friend of the family or whatever, and he's acting like a hard cunt. He was older than us. Like, so in 97, I mean, how old was I? 13, 12, you know? Mm-hmm. And this dude, who's like an older dude, they were making it out like he was a cop, yeah? Maybe he was a cop, I don't know, but they were making it out like he was a cop. And he's like, he thought he'd be a smart cunt. And he said to me, like my cousin who's my age, he's like, you're the one that burns all those games, yeah? You copy all those games? Yeah, that's illegal. I go, and like my cousin sort of flustered up, you know, and I'm just looking at this guy like this fucking wonk. Like if you just saw his face, you just like, get fucked, right? He's like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything because it's a family affair tonight, but yeah, it's illegal to copy games. I just looked at him. I go, is it really? And I'm 12, mind you, I'm 12, man. Is it illegal to copy games? Is it? Yeah, it is. I go, actually, it isn't. It's not illegal to copy a game you own or archive. So for all you know, they're archived games. That way you can have a version that if your version gets fucking scratched or leaked, yeah, you got a backup. What's illegal is to copy the game and then sell it without authorization for reproduction and for profit. Yeah. He's just flustered, man. Like he's like, like, yeah, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Go fuck yourself, man. Dude, I was 12. I'm just realising it now, just how back like my issue with like bullshit authority figures. Yeah. It's like, go fuck yourself. You're full of shit. What you say has no relevance to what I'm doing, so go fuck yourself.
I thought of something the other day, one of my early like adult thoughts, and I fucking forgotten it.
I don't know, man. Are people still doing that? Like questioning shit like that? Do you reckon like 12-year-olds now are like thinking like that? And not because we're special, but just like with the whole protocol thing. Like, I've got people our generation that are drumming that sort of shit into their kids and they've got no fucking idea what they're talking about. You know? It's like, what are you on about? Legit, what are you on about? And you douchebags are raising, like, another generation of douchebags that got no fucking idea. Like the desal plant, you know? I knew about the desal plant going up, like when they all did it, but I didn't know it cost fucking
I had no idea.
a mil a day.
No.
A mil a day for a plant just to sit there. And then you got the idiots protesting about the tree that's getting cut down.
Go protest about something important. Like,
if you saw them, man, they were fighting like they were fighting for their kids. Seriously, like crying, toothless, just hippies, man.
It's a fucking tree.
Do you see them fighting that hard for the boat people, the kids that are like escaping asylum and shit? No parents, you know, only living relative is like an uncle with one leg.
Well, fighting for anything is important. Like
it's something that's going to make dude. And the funny part, what made me laugh.
You care more about the tree's life than human life, obviously. Like you do.
What made me laugh was just we had other options. The council didn't even want to look at them. What other options are there? Like what other options?
Literally build a bridge over the tree, like
it's just this 3 meter like array.
Well, now we'll go under the tree.
Just bypass all the roots under the cement, the tarmac, and just you fucking idiots. They're wasting time. But you know what gets me is like people that do that shit, right? Like I'm all like for conservation and stuff, you know. But what's going on through this cunt's head to wake up in the morning and that becomes his focal point? Like all his energy, all his focus is to save a fucking tree that needs to be brought down.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like when they wake up in the morning, what's their thought process, man?
Just like eyes open. That tree.
We need to stop the system.
My dear tree.
Yeah. It's not just the tree. Like all the random idiots. Yeah. They're just like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Do something relevant. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine fighting that hard for a tree. Like
A fucking tree, man. A fucking tree.
well, there's thousands of trees getting wiped out.
Yeah, man.
This is just one tree which needs to be gone because there's a road. Like
There's a fucking road. We want to widen the road to avoid congestion.
we're not just pulling it down so we can make paper out of it or something.
Yeah, we're pulling it down just because we're building, a bar.
The road needs to go here.
The CUB dude just bought the land and he wants like an extra hot tub, and that's it's just infringing on the area. You know what I mean? They're fucking morons, man. I don't know.
I still can't get over that. That guy earning $62 million a year.
That's peanuts, man.
And he's happy just to fucking cut the workers' wages in half. Like
It's peanuts. Outright peanuts. Means shit.
Why not be a good person and say, like, if the company needs to make that much money that bad, I'll sacrifice $5 million from
Dude, I said it, like what? The election episode, maybe even before that. And I said I would sacrifice my wage just for my cost of living. I would do that job as a cost of living because I want to see, us progress and, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There's $100,000, take it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do. Give it to a kid that needs a fucking, heart transplant or some shit. It's amazing.
That's why I just can't get, like, what goes through these people's heads? Like, where's their empathy?
Because most people don't have empathy. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care, dude. You know why? Because a lot of them, it's not even a lot of them, man. It's just some people, man, they never struggled. Like, and that's the thing. Like, we keep saying it, man. We keep bitching about our circumstances, but our circumstances, man, always have the disclaimer. We have it. We're the lucky ones. We are the fucking lucky ones, man. That disclaimer comes before anything we say, and we don't even need to say it, but we fucking say it. We recognise the fact that we're better off than fucking a big percentage of the population here and abroad. Well, these cunts have got no fucking idea, man. No idea. Like the stupid French woman screaming for croissants in Cambodia. How fucking out of your element are you, you retard? I know. It boggles the mind, man. Boggles the mind. And what's wrong with you cunts?
It must just feel like you get so much money and power that you just literally just change and you just like fuck the common person. Like, it's just about money. Dude,
when we set the dojo up, I took on a lot like of the running costs initially because I could. Because like, I was at the store or I was at here, I didn't even question it. Like, you know what? This is $50. I've got it. Don't stress. And then after like a week, like I know Nick, you and I had gone to Bunnings, remember?
Yeah.
And then Nick and I went to Bunnings, and then like all that sort of shit, yeah?
Yeah.
And we just got numbers and prices, and if we picked up like, Nick bought whatever it is, like the insulation or whatever. And he's like, yeah, relax, I got it. Like, I'm like, yeah, write it down so I don't forget. He's like, yeah, relax. You said to me, like, when we needed, like, stands or something, I can't remember what we were paying for, like, SoundCloud, like, we'll pay for something. And, like, dude, if we need to pay for something, just let me know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm alright. Like, I'm in a good stint right now. Mrs. working, whatever. So if you have something we've got to pay for, sweet. Dude, my computer, my setup in the studio is an integral part of this podcast because that's where we do 90% of the editing. Like, like literally, you bring in the Mac, we record to it, and then I take it home and I do the bulk of the editing on that thing. I'm not charging you guys $90 for computer parts. It's a running cost, but dude, you paid $15-20 for the SoundCloud. I didn't think about it. And if I needed it, I know, like, guys, man, I need to fucking fix the computer, like, shit. And you'd be like, yeah, man, here, you'd be throwing 50s at me. Like, yeah, get it done. What else do we need?
Yeah.
We even said, like, maybe we should all buy, like, a fucking laptop specifically for this, or whatever else we need. Dude, pop filters and shit. Remember when I said, fuck, I'll bring in a pop filter from home, from my studio, so we wouldn't need it for the extra mic. And you guys like, yeah, but, we'll buy one if we have to, and that's that.
Yeah.
Because if I've got $20 and you've got nothing, I'm going to give you at least $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need it just as bad as I do.
Yeah.
And if I can get by on just $10 and you can, then we both get by, and that's that.
Yeah.
But
these other guys are the polar opposite to that. Like,
dude, $62 million, man.
What's he doing with that money, man? Like,
do you know how much $62 million is?
I couldn't even.
Yeah, I know. I know. What do you mean?
I was happy with 70 grand this year.
Yeah. And it's like, wow, did all right. We can have Christmas presents. Like, guaranteed we can have Christmas presents this year.
How much of a percentage of 62 million is that? Like,
You're asking for the physical maths? I couldn't do it, dude.
I'd be...
Get your phone out. I've got no idea. Just do 70,000. Do 62 million divided by 70,000. And there's your number. Yeah.
62 million divided by
70,000.
885.714.
800 and what?
885.714.
So basically, he can afford to pay 890 people to do your job, which is more than what the amount of guys we have working with us every day. He can afford to run it. Like, think about it. Like
900, you say, like...
Yeah. In other words, they just sacked 50 workers from that plant, yeah, to bring him back at half the rate, when he could easily afford to cover 900 workers at that rate. Or probably less, because like we calculated their salaries at 100, 100, not 70.
Yeah.
So yeah, more.
Yeah, more.
More. Sorry, not less. More. Yeah.
What?
So for this dude to keep rolling over every morning and like coughing up his lungs, like he could literally afford to keep that company running for a year with 900 workers, not the 50 that he's just sacked. How is that? Like, what do you mean?
That just sums up what's wrong with the world, like, right there, like...
Yeah. It's... How fucking out of balance is it, man?
He shouldn't have been... Oh, my God.
Yeah. I know. It's just infuriating, man. But you've got, like, you know how Arthur was saying about the, what's it called? The charity? How, like, that woman in, was it Albania? Armenia,
yeah.
Yeah. As she needed $2,000 to set up the beekeeping thing. Like, that's a good... Like, I wasn't knocking the actual charity itself. Like, it's a really cool idea where you actually see where your money's going and, you know, who you're funding and stuff. That's still a really good idea. I was just knocking the fact that it's all just faith, you know, that woman is actually that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The AK.
Yeah, man.
For the camera.
Dude, Armenia's fucked. Have you been to Armenia?
That's what I was thinking when he was telling me, like...
Dude, Armenians... It's really strange, man, because, like, Armenians have copped it, you know?
They had that huge, like, wiping of a lot of their people.
Genocide, man. The Ottoman genocide.
Yeah.
Like, look, the Ottoman genocide of Greeks, yeah, back in heyday, right, was massive, and it's a big sticking point with a lot of Greeks, right, and Turks. But the Armenians copped it just as fucking hard, man.
Yeah.
The Armenians are a strange bunch. Like, if you go... They're not strange, but, like, as in... If you go to, like... Do you know any Armenians?
I don't know any Armenians, no.
Alright, it's really weird because in Mulgrave there's a massive population of Armenians, right? And if you go to Sydney, it's like the Greeks here are like the Armenians in Sydney. Like, they're everywhere, yeah? And I've got a lot of Armenian mates, like, in the areas, so I grew up with a few. There's a lot in Clayton, there's a lot in Mulgrave, yeah? And I had this conversation with one of them, like, when we went to dinner a couple months ago. And I'm saying how I'd gone to an Armenian restaurant, and a lot of the meals were, like, they were exactly the same as Greek meals, and there were a lot of Turkish meals as well. At the same time, Armenia's been influenced by Russia, it's been influenced by Turkey, and it's been influenced by, like, that whole Asia Minor, somewhat European sort of basin. You know, it's like a basin. Like, they've taken bits and pieces from everywhere. And, like, the Turks just ran them over. Like, the Ottoman genocide of the Armenians was just, like, ridiculous. And to this day, they still deny it. Like, it's not a fact. Yeah, System of a Down talk about it all the time.
Yeah, I was about to say that before, yeah.
Yeah. You know? But they've got a lot of anger. Like...
As you would.
They've got a lot of anger. Like, they can get really fiery. And I remember one of my boys, man, he was seeing this girl from up in Sydney. And I'd met her a couple of times. She seemed, like, lovely. And I said to her, hey, man, what nationality is your missus? She's half Armenian, half Maltese.
Ooh.
And I just went, oh, fuck, man. Okay, that's the most fiery combination on the planet. How do you even survive an argument? He goes, oh, I don't have them. Like, straight up, like, I'd be fucked. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of unbridled passion and fury. You know, like, there's just no stepping back, man.
I remember watching a thing as well, like, on, like, some YouTube clip or something. And they, like, demonised a lot, the Armenians. Like, in culture and stuff, like pop culture and whatever, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just fucked over all the time. Like,
Yeah, man, the whipping boy.
yeah.
Everyone forgets about the Armenians, man. Everyone forgets about the Kurds. Yeah, Kurdish people, man, they've copped it big time. Iraqi clean-outs of Kurds. Like, that's the thing that gets me as well. When you got fuckwits, like, fighting life and limb to save a tree. To save a fucking tree that's in the way of progress.
That narrow-minded.
Right? And they're crying and crying. Like, I've got to find the footage of it because you'll die, right? You will die. You're just like, what is wrong with you people? You got people fighting that hard for shit that, and in the same breath, fighting against something like Islam or like halal food or whatever the fuck, like the issue of the month is, you know? No, we need to ban it. We need to save this. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, really? Right? They're fighting so blindly but passionately, putting all their focus on it, all their energy. At the same time, man, there's like I said, people in Armenia, people in El Salvador, man, people in Ghana, like people all over the world in civil wars, living in poverty, under dictatorships, like seeking asylum. They do not know shit about, and they could care less. But they'll go life and limb, chain themselves to a fucking excavator to save a tree. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's not even like it's a park. It's one single fucking tree.
It's a single tree, man. Yeah, I know. I know, buddy.
What do you do, man? Like,
Nothing. What can you do? You just laugh. It's like you cunts are fucked. You're absolutely cooked. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, man.
how long's our bounce out left got?
Don't know. It's 2 hours and 35 minutes into the bouncing, and then there's another thing after that. So probably 3/5 of the way of the initial bounce, and then the converting after that. A bit of time, not much time. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. 4 hours. Is that the longest one we've done so far?
Yeah.
What was the last election episode that we did? The one with Arthur as well.
Wasn't it like 3?
3-4 or something? Like 3.5, 3:40?
I can tell you.
Probably close to 4 hours, man. By the time you add the intros and stuff like that.
4 hours? Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, man. Like, this is the most productive thing I've done all day. So, I'm not complaining. Go home to my cold pizza from last night. Seriously, man. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
3 hours 40 was
Yeah.
the election episode, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be easy 4 hours 5 minutes or something, 4 hours 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So there's so much knowledge in there as well.
Knowledge. No, you know what it is, man? It's just shit that no one would have heard about.
Huh.
And that's what pisses me off, man. The fact that this shit needs to be heard. You know? Like, I had a mate who I'd passed this on to the other day, and they're like, man, I'm fucking learning shit. I go, what do you mean? It's like, oh, because I generally don't read the papers or watch, news and things like that. So, a lot of it's informative. Like, yeah.
It's true, man. Like, you're not going to really hear this stuff.
Yeah, and the first thing they did was share it, on their facey and say, hey, check this out. I reckon it's pretty cool. But at this, people will like a cat video or like a baby pissing in its own mouth or some shit, but they won't share this. It's like, some people are all over it, man. Like, dude, Jock, the dude in Queensland. Did you see the message he sent to help? USB devices disabled. They can't be good.
What?
Yeah, USB devices disabled. Unplug the device using too much power to re-enable USB devices. We can't unplug this because then that'll stop the bounce out. Because we're bouncing it out to the USB. That can't be good.
Phone one, wouldn't it?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Don't like how it looks though, because if that's literally bunged out the USB, it's going to be hilarious. Okay, let's hope to God that it doesn't cancel.
Well, hopefully it was this that was using too much power.
I love how the laptop is actually plugged into a power source, isn't it? Is it? Or have you disconnected it? No, you're charging it. Are you charging it?
Yeah.
No, over there.
What?
Have you plugged in the actual power cable?
For this?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can it be using too much power when it's plugged in?
I've literally never seen that message before in my life.
Ah, Max, never failing to surprise. Steve Jobs is just sitting there counting his money. You know, Steve Jobs right now in heaven is using an Android phone. He's got a Samsung.
Dude, I've never seen a message before. I don't know what it is.
Have you seen that ad for Telstra about something about finding magic all around us? They play it twice every commercial break. I first saw it the other night. I was watching, I can't remember what I was watching. Footy or something. I don't know what it was. You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's brutal. Like, don't stress. We'll see what happens after it finishes converting. Let's just not fuck with it and just leave it.
Well, the fact that it's still lighting up tells me that it's still working, and it must have just been the phone. Like,
that's what it wants you to think. Dude, this ad for Telstra is ridiculous. Like, there's a guy doing a voice. It starts off with a narrative of like a grandfather FaceTiming his granddaughter, and he's got like the picture book, and they're gonna read it together, basically.
Yeah, no,
like a real Australiana feel.
Definitely haven't seen it.
Oh man, this starchy old man is sitting on like the veranda. It looks like he's on a farm, like in the middle of summer. He's just got like the chair and the book. It's like, are you ready, sweetheart? It's like, yeah, I am. And he starts reading the book.
I'm getting a picture of it.
Oh, it's so starchy. And then there's this voiceover by this dude talking about, you know, I've got magics all around us. It's in this, it's in that. Like, it's like this positive thing, like this feel-good piece. And then at the end, they just put Telstra. Yeah, like, oh,
It's so amazing.
oh my god, man! I don't get those ads. Like, it's such a nice, positive thing, and then just the commercial branding just coming up the rear, just you know, they lube you up with the feel-good piece.
Yeah, get you all sensitive.
Yeah, all juicy and shit, and all of a sudden, bam!
Cut!
Yeah, man, you're grabbing your ankles. You know what's going on, man. You know what? One of my favourite things ever was, man. You remember Fight Club, right? The movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
Are you kidding?
Of course I've seen it.
I was going to say.
I made a joke because I was so horrified that you would even question.
I know. I was getting ready to jump up and brick you to death. What? I love how he's saying how in the future corporations are going to own everything, like the planet Starbucks, like the Microsoft Galaxy, like space exploration is going to be the last frontier, the final frontier. That kills me because it's fucking true, dude. Was it Richard Branson that was going to set up the first commercial flights for the everyday person?
In space?
Yeah. It was Branson, wasn't
it? Yeah. Branson, yeah. 100%, yeah.
And it was going to charge like a mil a person to like fly him up.
People already signed up for it and shit.
Yeah, man. They've already got it.
Huh.
Like, Fight Club is legit where we're at now. Like, they discover a new planet? Yeah, cool. IBM's going to, like, plant a flag on that thing, you know? The Apple Galaxy, the Apple solar system. Like, what? Like, that's mind-boggling, man.
Yeah.
And, like, all they need, like, NASA are idiots. Because every time they launch, like, a rocket into space, and they've got the countdown, 3, 2, 1, all systems go now. And they've got, like, the cameras pointed on that fucking rocket. All you see is big red letters that say NASA. Mm-hmm. Dude, slap a McDonald's sticker on there, man.
Yeah, totally.
Pepsi Max logo. Get Robbie Williams to make a theme song for it. Get a celebrity announcer doing like the voiceover. You know, get Arnie doing a voiceover. Get anyone doing a voiceover.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Perfect.
Yeah. Make a Big Brother spectacle out of it. Get Sonia Kruger hosting the fucking event. Sell tickets to the launch. Just amp it up. Something that most people don't need to see in the flesh, but just sell it.
I can see Red Bull stickers on it.
Red Bull? Team Red Bull.
Yeah, Team Red Bull.
Can you imagine the corporate name like
Red
behind
Bull
it?
space.
Yeah. Just the big fuck off like sized branding. Like, the idiots, they're going about it the wrong way, man. It's money to be made. Alright, let's suss this out. Hopefully this worked. If it worked, we're just going to pack up the mics and we're out of here. No, it didn't. Mine finished halfway through. Look at it. The file is significantly smaller.
Why is the trash size 8.49?
I don't know. Yeah, dude. Because you plugged in your phone, it cut this out halfway through. See? It's 1.49 meg, and that's 235. We gotta sit through that again, dude. Sorry, man. It's an extra like 15 minutes. God bless America.